runners now coming forward for the first trial of the evening. Charlie Bubbles is going to miss it at this stage. He's about 40 metres behind the rest of them. The others come in okay. My Mateship, Guabigar Lad, Ferenz, Grins Made of Blue, SP Supreme, the widest runner. Quilla Bombers is going from near the outside, and Charlie Bubbles is only going to miss it by 20 metres. Often racing, and the best to begin from the outside of the field was Ferenz. SP Supreme got away okay. My Mateship drops down to the pegs to be racing third. Now, Guabigar Lad got away reasonable. It's running fourth, just in front of Grins Made of Blue. And the three trotters are at the back. Quilla Bombers is second last, and last was Charlie Bubbles. As they take stock and go in between turns, we've got SP Supreme now leading the way. Gets out by 6 metres over Ferenz, who's racing second. Another 6 metres back to My Mateship third. First quarter was in 29.6. Then we've got a margin back to Guabigar Lad. Racing behind it was Grins Made of Blue. Charlie Bubbles is on the inside, and Quilla Bombers racing without cover. They get down now to get the judge and the bell. 940 metres to go, and this leader's going okay. SP Supreme leads by 5 metres over Ferenz. And then there's a margin of about 8 metres back to My Mateship as they go through the 800 in a neat 30 seconds. Guabigar Lads is behind those. Not far behind them then were Grins Made of Blue. Charlie Bubbles, a big fella, second last, and Quilla Bombers has dropped down to the tail. Indian File as they go past the 600, and SP Supreme still leading the way from Ferenz. It's had a beautiful trail in behind the leader. My Mateship is racing third. Now Guabigar Lad is the first to extricate from the pegs and make a run around the outside. Grins Made of Blue is trying to follow it home. Charlie Bubble starting to drop off, and Quilla Bombers at the tail. 400 to go, and that next quarter was in 30.2. And at this stage, Ferenz has now pulled out to make a run on SP Supreme, who still leads by 2 metres. Ferenz gradually getting closer as they come around the turn. Guabigar Lads making ground from the back, and My Mateship starting to drop off and has now gone for roughly as they come around with about 80 metres to go down the outside. Ferenz has taken a narrow lead. SP Supreme fighting back. Ferenz wants to run off the track, but it's got about a neck in front, and now drawing away Ferenz. Wins by about 2 metres over SP Supreme. Now there's a good run from the trotter. Grins Made of Blue got up for third in front of Guabigar Lad. My Mateship got into trouble around the turn. It's finished back near the tail with Quilla Bombers, and at the tail of the field was Charlie Bubbles. Gone 159.2. Okay, details now after trial one. First home number 6 for Ferenz, Neil Brooks. Had a nice trail in behind the leader and hit the line strongly. Number 3 was second, SP Supreme. Done a good job out in front for Guy Chappell, only a 2-year-old. And third home was number 2, Grins Made of Blue. Adam Francis made up a bit of ground up the straight. It wasn't a bad run either because he's a trotter. And number 5 was officially fourth, Guabigar Lad. Overall time and mole rate is 159.2. 159.2. Margins were 2 metres by 25. And the sectional times 29.6. An even 30 for the second quarter. Down the back in 30.2, home in 29.4.